Okay. So I'm definitely not going to make the 7 o'clock ferry. It's currently 5 past. I really have trouble getting out the door these days. I mean, why is that? Maybe because I got too much time on my hands. I used to have to get out the door by sort of 5:30 so I could get a couple of hours riding in before work. Of course, that's not quite such a thing anymore. In fact, it's not a thing at all. I still seem to get up at the same time. It's just out the door time seems to get pushed back. I have a good reason for it this morning. Well, you know, justifications coming up. I've actually got new cleats on my winter boots. And boy, do I feel secure in these pedals. What a difference. I mean, it takes quite a push to get clipped in, even though obviously they're clipless. Yeah, go figure. You'd have thought they'd have renamed them by now, wouldn't you? But yeah, I can honestly say I feel much more secure, much more confident. So let's have a look. What are we? 7:45. I think official sort of daybreak, sunrise time at the moment is about 8:10. I would suggest that at 8:10 it's not going to be much brighter than this. I am definitely riding into the wind. That bodes well. The wind doesn't feel too strong actually, so let's hope the rain doesn't turn up early. Yeah, it's supposed to be absolutely persistently raining by 10 o'clock. Yeah, so I'm heading towards the rain at the moment. I'm hoping that means that the wind that's blowing the rain in will blow me home. I don't mind getting wet on the way home. It's not a problem, is it? Get home, wipe the bike down, you know, something warm, coffee, tea, whatever I fancy when I get there, shower. Before you know it, toasty and warm, getting on with the day, whatever that may bring. I don't think there's anything particularly important. I think Julie's got a keep fit class this afternoon. Other than that, today might be a day for catching up on a few chores. Or do I just lay on the settee and go, oh, that was a hard ride, I can't do anything? I don't know. Oh dear. No, the craft room is, I call it the craft room, I don't know. Yeah, I've done quite a lot of work in there for storage, get it organised. Julie had stuff all over the floor. You know, it was going to be a problem. How she ever found anything, I don't know. She said it was organised chaos, but honestly, I don't think so. Yeah, it was just stuff everywhere. hopefully we can get pretty much everything back in and organised. But anything that doesn't fit back in, we'll come up with another solution, but at least it's quite a peaceful, nice room to be in now. Well, it's definitely a lot wetter over here than it was through town. Bit chillier as well, but you expect that. It was 7 degrees over on the sandbanks there, so we're not in the minuses anymore. I mean, I say that. I saw a thing on the Met Office that said that Herne Airport, which is Bournemouth International, call it what you will, was actually recorded in the top 20 lowest temperatures a couple of nights ago. Yeah, minus 8.5, but honestly, it's far enough away from us, or from the sea, let's say, that it does have very cold temperatures. But where we live, we're only about a mile, probably 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies from the sea, so yeah, we just don't get those sorts of temperatures. Right, let's take it easy. Little bit of uphill. Then we got some up and down, and then flat all the way to Dorchester. If I go that far, let's just see what happens. Right, let's have a small ring. Take the time. Yeah, it's much much harder to get out the door these days. Oh dear. That'll clear. Yeah, I used to get up at 5-ish. Whatever time I naturally woke up, to be honest. And then get out the door pretty quick. So I'd get, an hour and a half, maybe a little more, before I had to get home, shower, go to work. Of course, those rides were fasted. These days, a bit different. I still get up at the same time. Seems to be that sort of old man waking up time, doesn't it? 5 o'clock. And woo! There we go. And so now, because I go on longer rides in the mornings, I tend to take the time getting out. Coffee, give it half an hour or so, then some breakfast, and try and get out for 6:30, 7 o'clock. It does sometimes obviously put me in the traffic, but only for a short while. I'm pretty confident around town. It's my local area, isn't it? I know which way I'm going to go. I know what to expect in the different areas, different roads. So that doesn't worry me too much, that bit. It usually just comes down to how far do I want to go, what's the weather like, which way do I want to go. Yeah, so if you saw Tuesday's video when we were in the New Forest, that was icy. I wouldn't have liked to have gone on a road ride that day, but beginning of the week stayed cold. But now this is Thursday, had 2 days of 5 degrees, 7 today, so road bike comes out, let's get some miles, pedally miles, You know how it is. I like to do that at least once a week if I can. And you know, just keep the calories burning, keep the activity levels up through the winter. Yeah, you know, it's all part of this active retirement sort of mindset I'm trying to produce or create. There, right there. So that's the rear brake. I suppose between the sand and the grit on the road, it's going to be a bit like that today. Let's see how we go. I'm hoping to get to Dorchester. Getting to Dorchester very much depends, morning, on weather. I'm very open-minded to turning round if it starts raining early. But I think because I ride in the week now, I'm avoiding Sanford. Does mean life's a lot harder coming over the ferry and up and down these hills in the Purbex. Sanford, or Upton, Sanford, Stowborough is nice and flat, fast. It's also very busy with traffic. So not too bad on Sunday morning if you're early enough. And you really do have to be early because of course people are heading out for days out. Lulworth, well, anywhere in the Isle of Purbex really, it's beautiful. The route back from Dorchester is hilly as well. Yeah, because I'm missing Sanford, every route back is hilly. Gonna go home via Blandford. Probably won't go up to Bullbarrow. But what is a typically sort of 12 to 1500 feet of climbing, Dorchester and back, today will be about 3.5. Yeah. So I'm not really in any sort of hurry. I'm still tired, still fatigued. So, but I am building my energy back up actually. I am feeling stronger every day. I had a good breakfast this morning. Porridge, whey powder, blueberries and strawberries. And I made it with milk for some extra fat and some extra calories. Sometimes I make it with yogurt for extra protein, but I think with the protein powder it's probably enough. The milk is fine. Slightly less fat than the yogurt, I guess, depending on which yogurt you use, and a bit lighter, a bit thinner. Yeah, hopefully a bit more digestible. Nearly there. Yeah, so berries. They're wonderful, aren't they? I've learned so much. I mean, I don't necessarily know how to put it into practice, but yeah, berries. Incredible things. So, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, blueberries. Yeah, not just fruit. They are the cyclist's friend, or well, they're mine anyway. And pretty much in that order. From what I can tell, from having looked into it and asking ChatGPT to give me the breakdown, as it were, raspberries are the ones. They give you the best sort of fibre, nutrients per calorie out of all of them. But if you're going on a ride, blueberries have the highest sugar content and probably give you the most. I mean, they probably give you a bit of a spike on a normal day, sugar spike, but on a ride day you don't mind that, do you? And if you backed it up with slow release carbs from the oats, I also use hemp seeds. It's got fats in it and proteins, so anything that will slow down the spike, yeah, add a few things like that in, and that's good fuel, I think, for ride day. Like I say, I'm still feeling a bit tired and fatigued. I don't know that that's not just the time of year. I mean, it's dark and wet and cold and just horrible, isn't it? Yeah, when the spring arrives and it gets warmer again, longer days, oh, it's going to be amazing, isn't it? Don't we all just sort of perk up a bit when that happens? We're thinking of going to Mallorca in April, probably just after the 312 actually, so at the end of April. 312 is on the 25th this year, 2026. It's always, I think, the last weekend in April, isn't it? Or around that time. So that's what we'll be looking for, just to go just after. Hopefully all the cyclists will have gone home. Last year we went at the beginning of April and it was absolutely rammed. Cyclists everywhere. That said, Mallorca is a big enough island that once you get out into the roads, actually, there's plenty of room. Whee! That is windy. Bumps, miss those. I have got a car behind, but I'm going over 30 miles an hour, so I'm not really holding them up, am I? So they are right on top of me. Anyway, nobody died. Okay. Yeah, I haven't lost that much weight. Not yet. Yeah, one day I hope to float back up here. As if. Nearly there. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah. Can be a bit slimy through here because of the tree cover and the bumps, obviously. Whoa! There we go. A little bit of wind at the gate there. Well, the porridge is earning its keep right now. Lots of bumps on this corner. If you want to take this at full tilt, you need to be on your gravel bike really. I don't know why I'm protecting myself through here actually. The driver behind me has been exemplary. He's not even on top of me, giving me plenty of room. Whoever you are, thank you very much. And I shall get out of your way now. Go on, open reach. Thank you. Yeah, he's gone straight on. He had quite a heavy load actually, so yeah, machine on the back. Yeah, you don't want to be doing anything too sudden, put too much strain on the chains. Drive smooth, keep the load intact. Yeah, well done. Right, car back. Time to slow down and relax a little bit. You going or not? Come on. There we go. Will that be a PR through there? Who knows? It always surprises me where the PRs come up. Yeah, quite often you think, well, that was fast, but it wasn't. Then other times you look and you go, really? A PR there? I should have sprayed the new cleats, shouldn't I? Oiled the pedals. Yeah, see, if I turn my feet, it stops. It's definitely the yeah, the cleats. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, so one of the reasons I know the tiredness is gradually going away, the day-to-day fatigue, is because I can remember what I was talking about a minute ago. Yeah, so Mallorca. Thank you. Right. We're turning. Are you going to go straight across? I think you are, aren't you? Thank you. Yeah, so. No, that's okay. That'll do for a gear for a minute. Gets very steep in a moment. It's always wet and horrible up here. So, actually, it feels a lot nicer going up this one than it does coming down. Oh, I just think I only sort of rebuilt this bike 3 weeks ago. Absolutely pristine it was. Now listen to it. Oh well, they're made to be ridden. That's the way it is. I really need to get the tri-band out. I mean, that's got full mud guards and everything. But I usually only ride that one when it's actually raining. Unfortunately, it is a road bike. You can get 35mm tyres on it, a bit bigger in the front. But with mud guards, it is 32 maximum. Nearly at the top of Alpe d'Huez. Yes, believe it or not, roadies do have a sense of humour. Yeah. Alpe d'Huez, what's that? 19, 20, 21 hairpins? I can't remember. This one, it's got one. Yeah. Yeah. What we got? Oh, I am in 1-1. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I think one thing I've noticed about this active retirement and ChatGPT, the hills seem to finish a lot quicker. Not that I'm going faster, but it's less painful, less suffering, and therefore they seem to finish quicker. Let's go. Nearly there. Nearly there. There it is. There's the top. Yeah, that hill straight ahead. That's where we come down on the gravel bikes. That is super fast. Not too bumpy. Not like 9-barrow. So you can have a go at it. Full sus would be nice though. Right, there we go. There's our hairpin. Yeah, let's clean the brakes off, shall we? There's a car coming up as well, so I'm going to hold back. Let them come round and see me. I think they did already because they're being very cautious. I've been lucky today, haven't I? Yeah, I had one that got a bit pushy, but yeah, not too bad at all so far with the traffic. Pleasant, yeah. Yeah, what brakes are working, lovely. Okay. We're not going to go down into Wareham. Not today, we're going to miss that. We'll head out to the Holmes, as it were. Let's have that. And we'll take the back road into Wool. We'll just pick it up from the other direction rather than go to Wareham and down to it. We'll go across and up to it. It's actually pretty pleasant out here. Toes are a little bit cold, but nothing terrible. Everything else is fine. Yeah, everything else is fine. Yeah, I think as long as we keep moving, we'll miss the rain. Or miss it long enough, let's say. Yeah, let's not push our luck, eh? Car back, car front. Oh, dirt everywhere in there today. Must be splashing more than I thought. Doesn't feel particularly wet, but the camera lens is telling me otherwise. Yeah, not too bad through here. I have got a car behind me, but really? You know, we're nearly at the end of the road. Big road, wide road after this. There is space here if they wanted to make the effort. No, they're not, so that's fine. I'll take my place again. No need to encourage them, is there? Yeah, this road's nice, wide and straight, so I'm not holding them up really. Well, not for long anyway. Yeah. Right, car back. they'll have to wait. Yeah. Yeah, well, it is long and straight. I mean, okay, it's a bit busy just this minute. It's a very, very fast road actually, this, because it's mostly downhill and you sort of get into the groove and yeah, you get a bit of a slingshot at the start. Then it's all about measuring the power and hoping you've got the energy to maintain it. I'm in 52.11. I do feel like I could do with another one, but it flattens off here, so I think 52.11 will be just fine. Okay, looking for the junction now. Nothing behind. Ease up. We got brakes. We have brakes. Woohoo! Oh yeah, that was fun. Oh, I love that. It's quite intoxicating. Quiet road, nice and straight. You can see for miles. And of course everybody can see me. Great fun. This road's got enough sort of rollers in it. They're not steep, they're not difficult, but there's enough that it's not just dull, continuous pedaling with no changes. Always cold through here. I think you can probably see the mist over the field through the trees there. Yeah, always cold. But that's how it is. About 7 degrees this morning, so not too bad. Certainly live with it. We've had our little cold snap. I dare say we might get 1 or 2 more through the latter parts of January and February. But we got gravel bikes for that, haven't we? So still no excuse to not get out. You know, active retirement mindset and all that. Don't have to go out and overdo it. Just go out. That's it. Yesterday, Julie and I had a fantastic little ride down to Avon Beach. Went to the Cuckoo Cafe, egg on toast with beans. Yeah, lovely. Only about 20 miles. And I think it was 11, 12 miles an hour average. It was just a very pleasant ride. Was that yesterday or the day before? No, it was yesterday, yeah. We went out on the gravel bikes, but actually there was no ice, so we'd have been okay. That was another 5-degree day, so the ice had cleared. And I think I've always liked the idea, and I do often use a bike to just run chores around town, little jobs, things that need picking up. Got a basket on the charge, and I think that makes a difference. Just little things like that. It's sort of secret fitness training, isn't it? Without even noticing it. Bumpy, bumpy. I keep hearing the term movement is medicine, and I do believe that. It makes sense to me. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm understanding that actually you don't need to do as much as you think you do. I think when you're younger, you've got the energy, so you go out and you sort of hit it quite hard and do the long distances and stuff like that, because you've got the energy for it. And I feel like I've still got the energy for that, but I'm sort of starting to understand that I don't need to. Some movement is enough. Ride like today, it's enough, you know. I don't have to be doing 100 miles once a month. I'm enjoying the group rides a lot more now as well because of that. You know, I was never the fun police. I was never the pace police, if you like. We've always done no drop rides. I'm always happy to ride with whoever at whatever speed. And if I can't keep up with them, just get on with it. You know what I mean? If I can. Or if they can't keep up with me, I'm happy to ride at their pace, you know? Not a problem. And I'm getting used to that more and more these days. If I want to test myself, I can come out on rides like today. But I don't ever want to test myself. Not really. I'm quite happy to just come out and enjoy it. And on a good day, I'll be faster than on a bad day. You know what I mean? But there are no bad days, are there? Sometimes there are days when there are things you need to overcome. Mechanicals, bad driving, traffic, you know. Yeah, don't make it a bad day. Well, I don't think so anyway. Woohoo! Actually, it looks like this has sort of been swept, but it's quite often a bit sort of slippy through there. But of course we had some really heavy rain, or continuous, let's say, sort of November, early December. I guess it's just washed it all away. All clear behind still. Yeah, definitely wetter out here than in town. That's no surprise, is it? More traffic to spread the dampness around. More heat in the roads from the greater amount of traffic to dry them. Yeah. I'm hoping this is going to be one of those days where I get home and go, I am so glad I did that, because I really was in two minds last night. I'd sort of been monitoring the weather all day and it didn't look like it was going to be good. But last thing last night, yeah, the rain got pushed back a couple of hours, so I sort of made the decision late. I did have to gather up a few things this morning. Yeah, undershirt, jersey, had to go in the dryer for 10 minutes this morning just to finish it off. But yeah, I'm hoping by the time I get home I'll be really glad I did this. It feels good. I'm enjoying it, you know. Now obviously we might revisit that mindset when I get to the bottom of Milton Abbas, but for now, yeah, pretty good. I just got to, well, I'm aiming for coffee number 1 in Dorchester. So what I've got to hope is that they're not too busy. I can get turned around pretty quick. I do have flapjack with me and water and emergency strawberries. So if I don't quite get to Dorchester before the rain hits, I do have supplies, it's not a problem. Yeah, I have plenty with me, so no matter what happens, I'm not in any urgent need of sustenance because I've got it with me. I'm actually carrying a rain jacket as well because I had the feeling it was going to be really cold before the sort of, well, I'm going to say daylight. I use the term loosely, obviously. Because there's that really nasty dip in temperature, isn't there, just as the sun rises. But no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So I don't need the rain jacket stroke wind jacket at the minute. I have it with me just in case. It's unusual for me actually. I don't usually carry a rain jacket, and even when I do, I never use it. Yeah, I think if we ever do any bike packing, yeah, that's when the rain jacket comes into its own, isn't it? I think on rides like this, I could just turn around and go home, it doesn't matter. And actually I don't think it hurts to be uncomfortable from time to time. I've probably said this before quite recently, because actually I don't know which rides are going to go live and which aren't, but I'm just going to reiterate that I think the advantage is in the discomfort, isn't it? Because yeah, my toes are a bit cold right now. Yeah, it's a bit wet and a bit but the advantage to that is that I'm having great fun on my bike. So I think if you sit at home and go, oh, that's a bit wet, it's a bit mucky, yuck, I don't think I'll bother, you've missed out, haven't you? Yeah, you've missed out on that little extra bit of training, that little extra bit of movement, that little bit of de-stress. So sometimes I think there are many advantages for short-term discomfort. I think humans will always gravitate to warmth, comfort, food, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't hurt, I think, to not do that. Alright, we're turning right. Here, we're into Wool. Will we get a train today at the level crossing? Who knows? Yeah, I'm looking down actually, the bike's absolutely filthy. Right, squeak squeak, because they'll have got wet again. There. That all clear. What we got? Oh no, it's all right. Yeah, so again, I don't know if you've... Ooh, let's have a look. There's plenty of room. Yes, so... Yes, fatigue. I think I'm definitely starting to get stronger again. Had quite a rough couple of weeks actually. I don't know if it was Christmas. Oh, I say rough, I mean from a food point of view. Psychological and physiological. Let's let this car go by. What have we got? No, all good. Yeah, so I don't know if it's to do with the change. I don't know if it's to do with the change of food over Christmas. Obviously I ate quite a lot of things I wouldn't choose to on a daily basis, and when I say that I don't mean chocolates, crisps and all the snacks and that. I was very disciplined on that actually. But things like gravies, yeah, bit of honey, sweetened sort of vegetables, things like that, because other people like it, you know. I'm not going to say no. If you come to our house you can't have it, because it was a traditional Christmas. Quite a lot of fats and oils in, like the roast potatoes, roast parsnips, so you know there was extras that normally wouldn't be included in the diet. And yeah, I could say, oh go on, it's only Christmas, it's fine, it'll be alright after, but it's not really the way I think. So whereas Christmas is, I suppose, an excuse for a bit of indulgence, I try to make the indulgence fun more than the food. And it worked. But like I say, there were some extras in there that I wouldn't normally choose. The extra fats and oils, a bit of honey here and there, gammon, that sort of thing. And I must admit, since Christmas, what's that, 2 weeks now? Exactly 2 weeks. I've been having cravings. Every time I walk into the kitchen, whether it be to make dinner or a cup of tea or whatever, just take the rubbish out. I just have that, I start opening the cupboards and scanning, you know. I think the difference is these days I'm aware of it. For a long time I would do that, and before you know it I'd eaten 500 calories. I hadn't even realised I'd done it. Now I'm sort of recognising these things that I used to do as habit without thinking. I'm able to pick up on it a lot quicker. Runny nose. Yeah, it's still cold out here. It's not too cold, I mean, I'm not suffering. Definitely cold now I'm away from the coast. Oh, still got ice there, wow. That was lucky. Yeah, there's still ice around the edges of the puddles here. Yeah, there was a ride planned for New Year to go out to Dorchester, and even though, rightly so, it was, yeah, even though it wasn't too cold, it was cooled off and we did the New Forest ride instead, and rightly so. Yeah, seeing this here now, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just aware of it now, so I need to keep an eye open. Now these look like they've melted completely, so just in the dip back there then. So yeah, that was a good decision based on what I'm seeing today. Yeah, so ChatGPT, active retirement, car back. I'm really sort of getting into the swing of it now. I've never been a terribly organised person, as in on a day-to-day basis, everything planned out. I do like to be organised. It soon gets out of hand. Hole, nothing behind. Yeah, so I don't stay organised for long, and then I have to organise myself again, like a reset. But I'm really sort of starting to grasp what's possible now that I've got extra time available. Right, let's just ease off on the corner here. We don't want to end up through the cottage window, do we? No, it's not. It's just wet. Yeah, I'm beginning to get a grasp of it now. The spare time, what I can do, how to think ahead, taking into consideration sort of Julie's schedule, let's say. Yeah, being able to work in some nice time together, and at the same time get life sorted. It's sort of, I never thought it would be difficult, but at first it was, yeah, definitely. I wasn't used to all the free time, and I found I was, right, what should I do now? What should I do now? But I've definitely eased in to the pace of life, let's say. A pace of life that works, or is working right now. That's not to say it might change in the future. But right now, yeah, life is good. I think all the things you worry about, I say you, I mean, you know, the royal we, really. All the things that maybe you worry about coming up to retirement, I suppose the big one we can all relate to a point, is money. You think, can we afford it? Really? We can afford it? I mean, I don't know why I was surprised when we sorted through it all, because that was always the plan, you know. from a very early age, teenager. So I wasn't really surprised, but I was sort of surprised that actually all that sort of consideration and thought all those years ago did actually turn out as expected. That was more the surprise. And I think it was a surprise because I don't for one moment think either of us are particularly clever. I think we're quite solid in our thinking, quite sensible, not lavish, and I think that has helped. We're quite grounded. We also are solid as a relationship, so there's no sort of tug of war when it comes to what we spend money on. We're generally in agreement on what will improve our life and what won't, and what's just frivolity and, you know, wasted on things that will just give us clutter to think about. So yeah, that isn't something, well, okay, it's sort of something we've built, but I think there's a lot of luck in that we're two people that see things the same way, even though we have quite different attitudes to a lot of things, well, a lot of other things. There we go. Right, a little climb up to the bike path, the Stafford bypass, and then downhill pretty much all the way to Coffee One. I am going to check these through axles when I get there. There's a bit of flex going on, isn't there? That said, this bike's had to go through a lot. What we got? Right, we're clear. Have another gear. There we go. Not too bad. Well, there you go. Big smile on my face, actually. I really thought I was going to miss out on Dorchester, but I think the rain is just starting now. Yeah. Got a flat white and a pan of raisin. It is pretty mucky today. I am still very happy to be out. It is now definitely drizzling. I'm not sure whether to try and stick to the original plan, the original route, or just to make a break for it home as quick as possible. Yeah, I know. I'm still making up my mind, shut up. Come on, let's do it. I've got fuel on board. Flapjack, what have you. I've got salt in my water, strawberries, and what have you, so. That sounds awful, doesn't it? Hey, yeah, you see me. Good. Right, this should get us warmed up, shouldn't it? Get the blood pumping again. Oh well, but it's going to need stripping down again, isn't it? Proper clean. Still, at least I know all the bearings, and that should be good. Don't need to change them again. Just need to take it apart enough to get behind everything, you know? All the hard to reach places. This is a busy bit of road actually. It'll come in fits and starts. But it's mostly straight enough and wide enough that it's sort of reasonably safe. Oh dear. I don't think I've ever noticed it sound this bad actually in the grit. I mean, I do realise it's the UK, it's a fact of life. But there we go. Legs are a bit stiff, but they're easing up. Not too bad. We'll see how it goes with the rain. Might not be able to video too much. Yeah, gets messed up pretty quick actually, the lens. Now if it wasn't so gritty, I could just let it get wet, and then you get a film over it, and it doesn't look too bad. But when you got grit mixed in, yeah, not so good. There we go. That's better. Nothing behind, no. Might as well stay out of the lumpy bits, didn't I? I think in situations like this, yeah, these are the situations that Julie would say, I always want to do too much. She would be heading for home right now, and that's fair enough. I guess I will always try and do what I set out to do, irrespective, because It doesn't last forever. Doesn't matter how bad it gets. Everything comes to an end. So yeah, I guess I would always choose to press on. Ooh, nearly at the top. This is a much hillier route to get home, but it does miss out Sanford, and that can only be a good thing. There we go. Look at those rolling hills. Oh yeah, you can't see them because of the mist and the cloud. Anyway, they are there. Nothing behind. Oh, that was solid. Nothing behind. We're getting off the road here, onto the quieter back lanes. That said, I mean, we haven't had much traffic, have we? It's been okay. Yeah, still nothing behind. Right, so we do have to climb out. But that's okay. Yeah, it looks like a big wide road, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't last long. Actually, if you go towards Sturminster Newton, there is a much quieter road, but that puts us at the end of the trailway with no reasonable road sort of route back to Blandford. And the trailway is perfectly rideable on a road bike. There's only one or two places where it's bumpy. Everywhere else is sort of crushed stone and quite smooth, really. But from a road bike sort of point of view, or road route point of view, not really many options from Sturminster to Blandford without going around the houses or on busy roads. Right. Ooh. So like I say, it looks like a big wide road. Well, it sort of is, isn't it? But what I mean is, it's not overly busy. And in a minute, it will quieten down even more. Need to look out for the mud, obviously. It's a very rural area, so a lot of tractors, a lot of mud on tyres. But as I've said before, 6-7 degrees, so there shouldn't be any ice. Could just be a bit slippy in places from the mud. And we deal with that all the time, so nothing unusual, let's say. Okay, tractor behind me. Hopefully he's turning off into the farm there. Nope. He hasn't caught me up yet, so. Yeah, so this sort of runs parallel with the Dorchester bypass, I think that's what it's called. And so most of the traffic will be on the dual carriageway. This will just be local traffic along here, and tractors apparently. But I'm going off here, so hopefully we will leave him behind. That said, this is a farmyard. No, he did go on, so we're good. Ah, peace and tranquility at last, he says. Grr, grr, grr. Right, there we go. Passing place. Not a passing out place. There we go. Still not too bad, just drizzle. I'm okay with this. If it stays like this, I'll be happy. Do you know what? If it gets worse, I'll still be happy. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have control of the weather. I am as far away from home as I am. I am getting closer with every pedal turn. Yep. The only thing I can do about it is keep riding and keep heading for home. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm doing as much as I can possibly do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cold again. That's the only problem with stopping, isn't it? Oh dear, you get a nice warm drink inside you, but once you get moving, You still got to warm up, haven't you? Ooh, come on then. So everything had mayonnaise in it. Absolutely everything. Well, you know, obviously not the cakes, but I thought I'll have a sensible sort of lunch. Chicken salad roll, ham or something. It's all got bloody mayonnaise in. They couldn't make me one without, because it comes pre-mixed. I'll tell you what, this losing weight thing in the modern day, it's not easy. There's just traps everywhere. So yeah, I probably had about 200 calories more than I should have done, but that's okay. It's cold. I'm not shivering, but it is cold. My fingers are cold again, but they'll warm up. Toes, I think they're still connected. It's fine. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, shoulders cold, face cold, core not too bad. So I think once I get going again, get the blood pumping, we'll be fine. The main thing is the fingers. If I can get the fingers warm again, all's well in the world, you know what I mean? Toes I can live with, you know. The water has got into my winter boots. I don't know if it's got into the... I'm wearing Bridgedale waterproof socks. They're long ones. They go almost up to the knee. I was hoping that would help warm the blood down into my feet. But I don't know if the water has penetrated the socks or not. My feet are definitely squelching. There we go. I did not make the mistake of taking my helmet and hat off. The only thing I took off was my gloves, so I could yeah, do everything reasonably, you know, like opening the sugar sachets and eating my chicken and bacon mayo salad roll. But I do believe when it's cold you burn more calories, so is that a win? Does that offset? Or do I actually have to pedal like bugger and burn some extra calories? I don't know. So according to Wahoo, I've done 3,700 feet of climbing. I've not done bad then. It won't get to 4,000, I don't think. There are a couple of uppy downy bits. It's mostly just rollers. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing back. No. We shall see. Was that my imagination, or did he have shorts on? Yeah, so anyway, we have a new YouTuber in town. Yes, the avocado cyclist. Looks like he's got himself a young lady who is from the Bournemouth area, and yeah, he's been doing some rides around our way, doing some videos. Yeah, it's cool. I always think that Bournemouth's a little bit off the beaten track when it comes to things like this, but actually it's good to have somebody else in town, and it's good to see all the local roads that we ride all the time on somebody else's video. Yeah. Yeah, Julie sent me a message saying, I hope you're not getting too wet. I can see why now. They seem to be getting wetter closer to home I get. Now that could just be, of course, because it's been raining for longer, but maybe it's raining a bit harder, I don't know. Yeah, so nice to see somebody else riding our local roads and seeing them on video. Hopefully you'll see some nice picturesque views, maybe something a bit different to us. He does ride with his girlfriend Daphne, but yeah, from a positive point of view, or depending on how you look at it, she doesn't make noises in tunnels, so yeah, from that point of view you're safe. Of course, he was originally a London rider. If you look at his earlier stuff, and the strange thing is, I think he had a bit of a relationship going with Balf Spikes, and we did actually go in and see them when we were in London just before Christmas. Yeah, had a nice chat. They do, I think they do Giant Trek and Specialized maybe, but yeah, they had a good selection. Yeah, very reasonable people, I thought. But then when you go in and you talk bike with people, it's easy to have that, isn't it? Just assume they're okay. But yeah, no, I got the impression very down to earth, regular people. Now, the main reason I bring him up, the avocado cyclist that is because his last video about 5 days ago, January 2026, that is, he came down this road and it was pretty flooded in places. Cowgrove always is, to be honest. Even in the summer, there's runoff there that goes across the road. But yeah, this time of year it can be inches deep. So it'll be interesting to see what we get. So anyway, the fingers and the thumbs are warming up. That's what I'm going to say anyway. They're not actually, but if I say that and if I think that, maybe that will help. But the shoulders and the arms are definitely warming up, so hopefully the fingers won't be too far behind. Problem is, of course, the gloves are absolutely saturated now, so they're just transferring the heat from the inside to the outside, aren't they? It's just life, isn't it? Hard life being a cyclist, isn't it? But we still choose to do it, don't we? Yeah, we still choose to do it. Well, there we go. Up to the top. Woo-wee. Okay, up we go. Look out for the mud. This has always got, yeah, dirt up the middle. Generally not too slippery though. There it is, up over the top. Yeah, fingers are coming round now. Yeah, we're doing okay. I'll admit to being, well, when I was sat at Reeve the Baker there having a cup of tea, I wasn't sort of dreading it, because I knew I had to do it to get home. But I did wonder how long it would take to get going and what it would be like. And actually, this is all right. I'm okay with this. That's ice. Woo! There we go, a bit of ice still stuck in the mud there and at the side. Wow. We're doing all right. Probably wasn't ice, I mean it was slush if anything, but still best to avoid it. Okay, Shapik. we're really starting to tick off the miles now. It's a good chance I'm going to run out of memory space on the camera, so I'm going to say goodbye here at Shapik. If you made it this far into the video, well done. Hopefully you've been on your trainer while you've been watching. Getting it done, as it were. Because it doesn't matter where you do your miles or how you do your miles. It's just great that you're doing something. My choice is not the right choice for everyone. Still living by the golden rule though. If it's raining when you go to leave, stay at home. It wasn't raining when I left, so no rules broken. So that's Shapik ticked off. White's Mill next, and then we're into Wimborne. And then Kinson, Ensby Park and home. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, so thank you for joining me, and hope you're having a good 2026 so far, and all your plans for the year turn out for the best. And yeah, come and join me on the next one. There's a few more weekend rides to come with Julie involved, if that's your thing, and maybe one or two more sort of ride along indoor trainer rides like these as well, if that's your kind of thing. So thank you for joining me. Yeah, please come along again. Okay, not too bad. That can be a bit dicey on that corner with flood water sometimes. Okay, this is where it starts to get wet. Let's see what we got. Gotta look out for potholes, obviously. $3,908. This is not bad actually. I thought it'd be a lot wetter than this. Yeah, this is where it's usually flooded. Looks like it has been with the dirt across the road. Well, no, it has been. I've seen it on video. But it's okay today. Okay, what we got? No, all dried up. Not too bad. What about here? No, all good. I mean, lots of grit in the brakes, obviously. I do maintain this bike and clean it, I promise. Cars, no. Right, what are you doing? Woo-wee! There we go. That's Blandford to Wimborne, and I'm all warmed up again. Just in time to go through Wimborne, which is always bloody freezing.